For almost 20 years, football belonged to two men. One conquered the world. The other conquered almost everything else. Every trophy, every record, every stage on earth. Except one. The one that matters more than all the rest combined. And now, time is running out. 2026. United States, Mexico, Canada. 41 years old. Two old kings walking into their final World Cup. One of them already has the trophy he was missing. The other does not. This is not just a tournament. This is the last chapter of the greatest rivalry sport has ever seen. And by the end of it, one story closes forever. Stay with me, because this ends one way or another. Their rise. Madeira. A small island. No money. No shortcuts. A boy left his family at 12 years old. Alone. Crying himself to sleep in a new city. Nobody gave him talent. He built it rep by rep, sprint by sprint, obsession by obsession. They called him arrogant. He called it survival. Now go to Rosario, Argentina. A different boy. Smaller. Quieter. A growth hormone disorder threatened to end his dream before it began. His family couldn't afford the treatment. So they gave up everything. Left their home. Moved across an ocean. For one chance. Two boys. Two continents. Two kinds of pain. One turned his body into a weapon. The other turned his weakness into magic. And without knowing it, they were about to spend the next 2 decades defining each other. Stats battle. Let's talk numbers. Because the numbers are insane. Combined club and international goals? Over 1,500. Between two men. Ronaldo, the most goals ever scored by a human being in the history of the sport. Messi, the most assists ever by anyone. Hat-tricks? Ronaldo has more career hat-tricks than most legends have career trophies. Free kicks? Both feared. Both lethal. Different weapons, same fear in goalkeepers' eyes. International goals? This is where it gets personal. Heading into this World Cup, Ronaldo sits as the all-time leading scorer in World Cup qualifying history. Messi isn't far behind. But here's the twist nobody talks about enough. One of these men has a World Cup winner's medal. The other has scored at 5 different World Cups and still has 0. Numbers don't lie. But numbers also don't tell you who's better. They just tell you how close this really is. Now picture them on the pitch. Side by side. Total opposites. Ronaldo is a machine built by will. Power. Speed. A leap that defies gravity. A finish so clean it looks rehearsed because it is. Messi is something else entirely. Low center of gravity. The ball glued to his foot like it's scared to leave. Vision that sees passes before they exist. Ronaldo attacks space. Messi creates it. Ronaldo dominates the air. Messi dominates the gaps. One is a science experiment in maximizing the human body. The other is proof that genius doesn't need muscle. Two philosophies. Two religions, almost. And for 20 years, the entire football world picked a side. Trophy war. Champions League. Ronaldo 5 titles. Messi 4. Domestic league titles? Messi edges ahead. Over a dozen across Spain and beyond. Ballon d'Or? Tied. 8 each. The 2 greatest individual honors in the sport, split right down the middle. Now the international stage. Messi a World Cup. A Copa America multiple. An Olympic gold. Ronaldo, a European championship. Nations League titles. But there's a silence in that list. A gap that's impossible to ignore. No World Cup. Not one. For all the trophies, all the records, all the nights he carried Portugal on his back. That one trophy has slipped through his fingers every single time. 2006. 2010. 2014. 2018. 2022. 5 tries. 5 heartbreaks. Which brings us to the one chance left. Some moments you don't forget. Ronaldo 2008. A header against Manchester United's rivals that announced a legend was born. Ronaldo 2016. Injured. Limping. Carried off the pitch in tears at the European Championship final. And Portugal won it anyway. He just watched from the sideline, coaching from a crutch. Still mattered. Still led. Now Messi. 2022. Qatar. The final. Argentina against France. Down. Tied. Extra time. Penalties. Messi, at 35 years old, calm as ice, scoring twice in the biggest match of his life. Lifting the one trophy the world said he'd never win. That night didn't just end a tournament. It ended an argument. For years people said Messi wasn't complete without a World Cup. Qatar deleted that sentence forever, which means there's only one sentence left to write, and it's not Messi's. Final World Cup stakes. Here it is. The reason we're all here. 2026. The last World Cup either man will ever play. 41 years old, both of them, stepping onto a stage built for the young. Messi already has his medal. He's not chasing anything anymore. He's defending it. Trying to do something no team has done since 1962, win back-to-back World Cups. If he does it again, there is no debate left. None. But Ronaldo? Ronaldo is chasing a ghost that has haunted him for 20 years. 5 World Cups. 5 exits without the trophy. Best finish, 4th place, back in 2006, when he was a 21-year-old kid crying on the bench, eliminated by his own teammates' penalty miss. Now he's 41. This isn't just another tournament for him. This is the final door. And once it closes, it's closed forever. No more World Cups. No more chances. No more next time. Imagine carrying that for 2 decades. Every 4 years, a new hope. Every 4 years, a new heartbreak. And now, one last walk onto the biggest stage in the world, knowing this is the end of the road no matter what happens. If he wins it, the GOAT debate doesn't end. It explodes. Because suddenly the only argument against him disappears. If he doesn't, he retires as maybe the greatest player to never lift the World Cup. Forever. One man defending a legacy. He's already completed. One man chasing the only piece he's missing. Both of them one final time on the same stage in the same tournament, knowing the cameras are watching for the very last time. This isn't a football tournament anymore. It's the final scene of a 20-year movie. And neither of them gets a rewrite. So who is the greatest of all time? The man with more goals, more Ballons d'Or shared evenly, more raw, brutal will than anyone the sport has seen? Or the man with more assists, more vision, and the one trophy that completes the entire resume? Maybe there's no answer. Maybe there never was. Maybe greatness isn't something you measure. It's something you feel. When you watched Ronaldo, you saw what humans can force themselves to become. When you watched Messi, you saw what humans are born to be. In a few months, one of these stories closes its final chapter. And when it does, there won't be a winner declared. There will just be silence. The kind of silence that only follows something we'll never see again. So I'll ask you instead, because this was never my debate to settle, Ronaldo or Messi? Tell me below, because after 2026, there is no more arguing left to do.